Hey everyone, welcome back to the Focus Flow Journey YouTube channel. If you've ever found yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone for hours, or perhaps spending entire weekends binge-watching Netflix, then today's video is for you. We're diving into Dopamine Detox, a book by Thibaut Meurisse that helps us break free from the constant cycle of instant gratification and reset our brains. If you're feeling overwhelmed by distractions or just want to get more focused, this book is packed with practical strategies to help you regain control of your time and habits. Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter in the brain that plays a major role in how we experience pleasure and reward. Every time we do something that feels good, like eating a delicious meal, receiving a notification on our phone, or even getting a like on a post, our brain releases dopamine, giving us that little rush of pleasure. Now, this is great in moderation, but in today's world, we are constantly surrounded by instant gratification triggers like social media, junk food, and entertainment. These activities trigger a huge release of dopamine. Over time, this overstimulation creates a cycle where we're always looking for that next hit of dopamine. This constant demand for instant pleasure can leave us feeling distracted, unmotivated, and unable to focus on things that require sustained effort. And that's where a dopamine detox comes in. Thibaut Meurisse's Dopamine Detox isn't about completely eliminating pleasure from your life, but rather reducing or temporarily eliminating high dopamine activities that are keeping us trapped in a cycle of instant gratification. By doing this, we allow our brains to reset and regain our ability to focus on deeper, more fulfilling activities. Let's dig a little deeper into the science behind why dopamine overload is so damaging. Meurisse explains that our brain is wired to seek out dopamine. It's what motivates us to engage in rewarding behaviors. However, when we constantly engage in high dopamine activities, like scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or even eating unhealthy food, our brains start to become desensitized to dopamine. This means we need more and more of these activities to get the same level of satisfaction. This creates a vicious cycle where the things that should bring us joy and motivation, like working on our career, learning new things, or even exercising, begin to feel dull or less rewarding. We start to crave the easy dopamine hits that come from more stimulating, yet unproductive activities. Meurisse points out that this overstimulation makes it harder to focus on long-term goals or appreciate the small, rewarding moments in life that require patience and effort. A dopamine detox is designed to break this cycle. By reducing the things that are constantly triggering dopamine in your brain, you give yourself the opportunity to regain your focus and enjoy simple, meaningful activities once again. Now that we understand the science behind it, what does a dopamine detox actually look like in practice? According to Meurisse, the first step is to identify the activities that are providing you with those quick dopamine hits. This could be anything from spending too much time on social media, playing video games, watching TV, eating junk food, or even shopping online. Once you've identified those activities, you can start to eliminate or limit them. The detox doesn't mean you have to give up all pleasure, but it's about creating some boundaries. Meurisse recommends starting with a 24-hour detox, where you avoid these high dopamine activities for an entire day. This can be a challenge at first, but it's a way to kickstart the reset process. You might start by removing distractions like your phone or computer for a certain period of time, or scheduling blocks of time where you focus on low dopamine activities like reading, exercising, journaling, or cooking a healthy meal. These activities might feel a little boring at first, but the more you do them, the more your brain starts to appreciate these simpler, yet rewarding tasks. So, how can you actually implement a dopamine detox in your life? Here are a few practical steps from Dopamine Detox that you can start using today. Set boundaries for technology use. One of the most effective ways to begin your detox is by cutting back on the technology that constantly triggers dopamine. Try turning off notifications, putting your phone on airplane mode for certain hours, or even deleting social media apps temporarily. Meurisse emphasizes that you should avoid multitasking as well. This can be a huge drain on your focus. Create a distraction-free environment. Remove temptations from your physical space. This means cleaning up your desk or workspace, putting your phone away while working, and perhaps even turning off the TV or computer when you're focused on a task. The idea is to create an environment that supports your ability to focus and stay productive. Replace high dopamine activities with low dopamine ones. A key part of the detox is finding replacements for your usual habits. Instead of scrolling on your phone, try engaging in an activity that doesn't give you an immediate dopamine hit, such as reading, writing, or even meditating. These activities help you focus and engage in something that requires deeper thinking. Engage in physical exercise. Regular exercise is an excellent way to help reset your dopamine levels. It doesn't need to be extreme. Simple activities like walking, yoga, or stretching can work wonders in helping you feel recharged and focused. So, what can you expect after completing a dopamine detox? According to Meurisse, the benefits can be profound. Increased focus and mental clarity. When you stop bombarding your brain with constant dopamine stimulation, your mind becomes clearer and better able to focus on long-term tasks. You'll find that things that once felt boring, like working on a project or studying, will start to feel more rewarding. More motivation for long-term goals. By eliminating distractions, you regain your motivation to work toward long-term goals. Instead of seeking instant pleasure, your brain starts to value the satisfaction that comes from completing meaningful tasks. Reduced anxiety and stress. A detox also helps reduce feelings of anxiety and stress that come from being overwhelmed by information overload. You'll notice that you're less reactive to notifications and more present in the moment. Improved mental health. When we're constantly overstimulated, our mental health can suffer. A dopamine detox allows your brain time to recharge, leading to better emotional well-being and a more balanced life. Of course, the detox process isn't always easy. Meurisse admits that it can be difficult, especially if you're used to the constant stimulation of social media, video games, or other high dopamine activities. You may experience withdrawal symptoms at first, like boredom, restlessness, or frustration, but these feelings are completely normal. In fact, they're a sign that the detox is working. Meurisse recommends starting small and gradually increasing your detox period. If a full 24-hour detox feels like too much, try starting with just a few hours of no social media or tech. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. After completing the detox, it's important to maintain a healthy balance. You don't have to go completely cold turkey on all pleasurable activities, but Meurisse advises that you be intentional about how you spend your time. You can still enjoy social media or entertainment, but do so with intention and awareness, ensuring that you're also prioritizing activities that require deep focus and contribute to your long-term goals. The idea is to create a lifestyle where you have a balanced mix of productivity and pleasure, without falling back into the overstimulation trap. To wrap things up, Dopamine Detox by Thibaut Meurisse provides a powerful and practical approach to taking back control over your time, focus, and habits. By reducing distractions and reducing dopamine-seeking activities, you can reset your brain, improve your mental health, and get back on track with your long-term goals. If you're struggling with distractions or feeling overwhelmed by the constant demand for attention, this detox might be the solution you need. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this summary helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Have you ever tried a dopamine detox? What's the hardest part for you? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. By the way, if you're interested in diving deeper into the book, you can find the link for Dopamine Detox in the description below.